We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Alex Happ is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a fun one to watch. This guy's been around the block for a while, but he's having a rock-solid season with a real good ERA. It'll be really interesting to see how he attacks his opposing lineup.
Digging in, Michael Jordan. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Cincinnati, the center fielder, number 45.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Armstrong is right there, and it's a very quick out number one.
Batting second, the left fielder.
A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's slugging over 600 coming into play. That's a lot of extra base hits, a lot of home runs, a lot of doubles, and a lot of balls in the gap. That doesn't come easy, and he has really impressed a lot of people so far this year.
Into the box now, Willie Gill. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Two-0 count, the pitch. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Game time temperature tonight, a comfortable 66 degrees at first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Kipnis has it, and very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting third, the shortstop, Mark Drake.
At the plate, Mark Drake. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. The pitch. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
2 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air out to center field. Greenberg is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Chris Vina will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can only win your first big league game once, and in his last start, he did just that. I'm sure that ball is put away someplace very special. Nothing more he'd like to do than get win number 2 here in this one.
Now at the plate, Adam Greenberg. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
Here's the pitch. try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single.
Batting second, the left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
Standing in now, Pete Armstrong. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they dropped the first 3 games of this road trip, but you got to find a way to shower it off. I always said that when I left the field after I took that shower after the game, it's got to go down the drain. That game has got to go away. They find themselves in a new series right now with a chance to redeem themselves.
So stepping in, J.C. Embry. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. That is down.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Duncan is there, 1 away.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Yeah, Matty, the thing I'm focused on with this lineup is the fact that they love to run. They lead the league in stolen bases. They're not afraid to take that extra bag. It's going to put the defense on their heels. Be on the lookout for that today.
And he'll be back in standing up. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. At the plate, Ryan Buckner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he fouls this one off. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit it now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Line drive to center field. And the Cubs are going to strike first here. It's a base hit, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Santiago.
Stepping in now, Freddie Santiago, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
That evens it up, 1-1. Santiago hails from the prairie state of Illinois. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension. The 1-2. In the dirt here.
And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Struck him out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes in with an average of .265, 3 homers and 21 driven in. The 0-1 offering. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the Cubs 1 and the Reds nothing. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the second baseman, Michael Black. First delivery to him on the way. And that misses for ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. All even now, 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Johnny Duncan waits on deck. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
Stepping up now, Johnny Duncan. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. A dive, but he's back. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is a changeup that gets him off balance for a strike. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Black gets his lead at first, nobody out. On a line, that's a base hit.
Man, that's surprising, Dan. This guy's flailing at stuff in the dirt and above his head to get to 2 strikes, and then he lays him a cookie.
Well, you would think after throwing 2 pitches out of the zone that he would triple up and throw a third one either up, down, or in and out, but that one right in the middle of the strike zone.
Settling in now, Marcus Gutierrez. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Oh.
The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
From the stretch. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
And that's low, ball 4.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks and bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Digging in, Howard Cronin, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. A bare hand for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Batting it.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go as the third baseman, Roger Casilla. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
The 0-1 offering.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Padilla recovers, but the throw is late, so the inning will continue after the strikeout pitch gets away. And quite a turn of events there, as not only is he on the drop third strike, but a run scores as well. Stepping into the box, Chris Vina, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
They teach pitchers to keep the ball down, but if you can locate upstairs like that, it really gives you the ability to mess with the eye level of the batter.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Oh, that's up.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And it's fouled away. Liner towards second. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. At the plate now, Michael Jordan. Swing and a liner, but foul. Comes set, the 0-1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Buckner is there, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 2 and the Cubs 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Ben Zobrist. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1.
No, inside.
Heading out towards shallow right. Black trying to get there. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting 8, the catcher, Jesse Padilla.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jesse Padilla. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
In now, Alex Happ.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in a base knock.
Striding in once again, Adam Greenberg. Ready. Here's the first offering. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
A 2 ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
3-0 now. Three and 1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Fouled away.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now a throw over. Throw is up the line as it gets away.
I think this one all comes down to poor footwork. The runner really didn't have that big of a lead by any means, so he was probably just simply throwing over there. It looks pretty easy, right? But when you're spinning to make that throw like that, this one just gets away from him, something he might need to work on before his next outing.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
One left for the Cubs. Our score remains 2-1.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. Coming into the day, they rank first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, "It's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones." Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, "I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun." Matt, back to you.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Now the pitch. Willie Gill is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Now the pitch. Belted high in the air out to left. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Digging in to try it again, Mark Drake. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
And that catches the outside edge, 1-1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
1-1, here it comes. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. There's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Black. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Throw over to the bag, and he's back in standing. He's set, and the pitch. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Hit out towards second. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 30, Johnny Duncan.
Now at the plate, Johnny Duncan. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner. Men on third with 2 down. Two and 0.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Reds leave 1. They still lead it 2-1. So coming to the plate, Pete Armstrong. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Pete Armstrong.
First offering on its way.
Ball 1.
And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks second on the team in that category. Into the box, J.C. Embry will swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 0-1 delivery. Ripped on the ground to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryan Buckner.
Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Ryan Buckner. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. One out and a runner on third. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Working for the punch out and the offering. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
So now to the plate, Freddie Santiago, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Ground ball right side. And a base hit as that'll score the runner from third and tie our ball game at 2 apiece.
Hey, there's a clean base hit right there, D-Row, to drive that runner in from third base.
Yeah, he was telling the boys, get it ready right here. I'm going to walk home on this one. That was easy to read through the hole, and he was able to take his time scoring from third.
At the plate, Jason Kipnis. Yes, he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Man at first with 2 out in a 2-2 ball game. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 2-2. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and overall he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping in, Marcus Gutierrez. He drew a walk his first time up.
Marcus Gutierrez.
Now here it comes.
Whoa, that pitch is out.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Cold strike on the change, 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Two balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher. There's a curveball, but it misses well out of the zone. Howard Cronin is on deck. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right and up into the crowd. Popped him up. There to take it in is Kipnis, and there's 1 away.
Up next for Cincinnati, the first baseman, Howard Cronin.
Digging in now, Howard Cronin. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, 4th home run for him on the season, and the Reds have taken the lead. It's 3-2.
Well, as soon as it left the bat, you knew it had the distance. It was just a matter of staying fair or not, and you see it was hard hooking left until doink, it caromed off the foul pole.
Now
To the plate now, Roger Casilla. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Ball
To
2.
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I got to count 2-2.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Striding into the box, Chris Vina. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. In the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Reds in the inning, and it comes courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-2 Cincy. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here's Ben Zobrist now. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
The third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
First pitch on its way. Popped up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A ball and a strike. Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick. I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Line towards center field. Jordan is there, and he has it for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
In now, Jesse Padilla. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. The 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And whoa, you see the big number. How about 99 for a top speed? Not too many guys around the league can match that. And now the Cubs pitcher, Alex Happ. Here's the first pitch to him. This is popped up. Cronin in foul ground, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And he lays off for ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this will be fouled away. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. And look out. Oh, that got him. And anytime you hit the pitcher, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, boy. Pro pitchers belong to a closed fraternity, so you don't usually see that very often. And anytime it does happen, folks start hanging on the top steps of the dugout. These things usually don't go unpunished.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Adam Greenberg. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. Here's a pop-up now. Casilla has got it, and the side is retired. Cubs strand 1. Still a 3-2 ball game. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Michael Jordan. First pitch coming. Here it is. In the air to straightaway center field. Greenberg is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The left fielder, number 33, Willie Gill.
Coming to the plate now, Willie Gill. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield, and he'll put this away for the second out.
Up next from Cincinnati, the shortstop, Mark Drake.
Now at the plate, Mark Drake. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And there's ball 1. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here now the 2-2. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Reds are down in order. but they still lead it 3-2. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Pete Armstrong.
Pete Armstrong.
First pitch on its way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. The 1-0. Bounce to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Up next to the Cubs, the shortstop, J.C. Embry.
Now in the box, J.C. Embry. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball one. A ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get me over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Here now the 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit into the bleachers and gone.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Standing in now, Ryan Buckner, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. 1 out, nobody on. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
Into the box now, Freddie Santiago, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The 1-0 home. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up in there, a base hit. And Jason Kipnis up next will bat this inning.
Hey, there's a case of a jam sandwich right there. Not that bad of a pitch, but he's able to just be strong enough to loop that one into left field.
Dan, sometimes a jam sandwich tastes much better than a rocket right at somebody.
Stepping up to the plate, Jason Kipnis. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Now the 0-1. Strike called. Now the throw down. Is not going to get him as he swipes second. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. But the Cubs draw even thanks to this solo home run. Through 5 innings, we're tied now with 3 apiece. So here's the cleanup hitter, Michael Black. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Rocket to third, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
The Chicago manager up out of the dugout now as he'll make the slow walk to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Willie Peralta takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 39, Willie Peralta.
In now, Johnny Duncan, as he sends a soft bouncer to the right side of the infield. And he'll just step on first here to take the sure out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Striding in, Marcus Gutierrez. Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll dive back in. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
At the ball. 1-0.
Hey. 1-2 now.
I got to count 1 and 2.
1 out and a runner on second base. This one's down to third. Zobrist is there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Howard Cronin.
Now at the plate, Howard Cronin.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
From the stretch. And that misses ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Ready with the 1-0. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Two and one now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Cincinnati. On to the bottom of inning number 6, tied 3 apiece. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Ben Zobrist. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball in there for a called strike. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Line drive to left, and that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you're talking about double digits, Dan. Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
Red skipper up out of the dugout and making that slow trek to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. The best he can do is a no decision in this one. Brendan Gonzalez is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. So now to the plate, Jesse Padilla. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Runner aboard at first with nobody out in a 3-3 tie. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gill will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. So some real problems out there that time, as it'll wind up in E7. Sammy Sosa will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here, as he'll pinch hit now with one away. Righty against righty, as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, swinging.
Count is 1-2.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Hit to first, right to him. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Now batting, center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Adam Greenberg. He's set. Here it comes. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Greenberg is hitting over 400. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a series of games or a whole career. That's an impressive figure.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
The set and the 2-0. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the runner from third crosses the plate.
Man, you can't continue to make mistakes like this and expect to win. That's 3 errors so far in this one, and they keep putting themselves in bad situations.
Standing in, Pete Armstrong. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Finds the zone, strike 1.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
The 2-1 on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Left fielder is on the move. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Yeah, you want to applaud the effort as he sells out for it, but the smarter move would have been to take a deeper angle and cut the ball off. He does that, and the runner probably doesn't score from first. On the flip side, great piece of hitting right there.
At the plate now, J.C. Embry batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
1 ball.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick him up right here.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Reined in. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 costly errors, and 1 man left on. We're through 6 full. The Cubs are on top 5-3. Luke Little is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Luke Little.
Leading off the inning, Roger Casilla, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1. Little is an absolute flamethrower, of course. You don't have to watch him long before that radar gun really pops and catches your eye.
This is what we're looking for in today's game. We're looking for velocity, and this guy is V-E-L-O, velo. Lights up a radar gun.
Oh, he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the 1st out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Brendan Gonzalez.
Manny Morales will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Manny Morales.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Popped him up. Buckner has room in foul territory. 2 gone.
Now batting, the center fielder, Michael Jordan.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Jordan. First pitch on its way. In there at the letters 0-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
A bouncer up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Into the box, Willie Gill, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Runner back standing. Now the 1-1 pitch. And the fastball sails on him, and that's to the backstop. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, this inning was looking routine, and then with 1 base hit and a wild pitch later, things are looking a lot different. Now a base hit scores a run, got to reset on the mound and make some good pitches here.
This is popped up. And Zobrist will make the catch, and that'll be that. Reds lead 1. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Tony Cingrani gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 52, Tony Cingrani.
Ryan Buckner will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Ryan Buckner.
Here it comes.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he looks at a ball. 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. Drake trying to get there. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Now to the plate, Freddie Santiago. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
One out, nobody on. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
That one's in there. 3-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 3-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Digging in, Jason Kipnis. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, third baseman, Zobrist.
And that'll bring in the veteran Ben Zobrist. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
He's set, and the pitch.
0-1.
A runner on first with 2 away. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. And now they've got him in a rundown. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds 3. Ronnie Wickert has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 0, Ronnie Wickert.
Leading off the inning, Mark Drake, and they'll need him to get something going here. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit out towards second. On to first, and that's an important first out to start the 8th here.
Now batting.
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Michael Black, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch coming, here it is.
Ball inside.
1 out, nobody on. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
At the plate, Johnny Duncan, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Cubs lead it 5-3. Brad Naquin is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 21, Brad Naquin.
Now batting, Ben Zobrist. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now here's the pitch. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. Jesse Padilla is on deck. Swing and a liner. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Now batting, catcher, Jesse Padilla.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jesse Padilla. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. On the year, Padilla is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Naquin stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. The 1-1 home. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefties begun to heat up down there. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Liner towards second. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And if the Cubs are thinking about turning to their bench here, there you get a look at what's available for them. Number 12 will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Cubs. Number 12, Nick Castellanos.
Popped him up. Cronin is there, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
The batter, the center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
Into the box, Adam Greenberg. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Left center, base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs. Where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Pete Armstrong is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
The 2-0.
3-0.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
3-0 pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Fouled away. The 3-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple, and it remains 5-3. Thomas Nicholas takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 1, Thomas Nicholas.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Marcus Gutierrez.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
The windup and the 0-1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. Ready now for Cincinnati, Howard Cronin. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Strike 2 up in the zone.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Standing in, Roger Casilla. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Comes back with the cutter and gets it by him. 1-1 now. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. The Reds down to their last strike. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
It's always nice to take the opener of a 4-game set when you're at home. That sets the stage for the rest of the series, and it gives you a good springboard the rest of the way.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. Chicago rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Willie Peralta wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Thomas Nicholas earns the save out of the bullpen, his 18th. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.